unloading our donations, or helping neighbors pick fresh produce. This what you're looking for? I say take the helping hand when you need it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And be the helping hand when you don't.
Bye. Bye.
Here to fill tables and hearts with hope. Food Lion Feeds, here for every moment.
Life is about movement, and we're here to keep it that way. At Riverside Orthopedics, our specialists are committed to delivering high-quality care because your health and mobility are important to us. Riverside specializes in treating a wide variety of conditions, offering both surgical and non-surgical solutions, tailored to what is right for you. We'll give you the knowledge you want to make your own choices and the orthopedic care you need to fit your schedule. We've got you covered. Riverside Orthopedic Specialists, always in motion.
It's all about bringing people together, and it's all about dogs. Dog Day in the drive-thru is a day where we give back to our furry friends.
We hand toys out to dogs and their owners in the drive-thru.
My dogs love this event. Tails start wagging, the heads are out the window. We also partner with local animal shelters to help dogs find their forever home. Chick-fil-A knows the heart of the community. You meet new friends, you meet new dogs.
We just love seeing their faces in the drive-thru.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
As soon as you arrive, you'll see it in the people you meet and the way we follow through. At Bowditch Ford, your dealership experience will be one of total satisfaction. Our professional sales associates make buying easy, fast, and fun. And when it comes to service, experience better. From maintenance to repair to parts, collision, even our quick lane, we do it better. Your time is valuable and your dollar's hard-earned. We'll take care of you. Bowditch Ford, a tradition of doing the right thing.
Great vision and healthy eyes are the goal at Peninsula Eye Care. Optometrists diagnose and treat many disorders of the eye and visual system and are a great addition to your healthcare team. We prescribe glasses, contact lenses, and medications to serve you. I'm Dr. David Buck, and if you're looking for a team that will care about you and is ready to listen, come see us at Peninsula Eye Care.
When the sun sets, Newport News turns up. Hit the town for live music, cold drinks, and electric vibes. Catch the game or dance the night away with friends. Chill with cocktails by the water or dive into late-night bites. The city's buzzing, where every night is its own adventure. This is Newport News After Dark.
A yard without mosquitoes is always the most popular yard in the neighborhood.
They're home! Scatter!
Homeowners, consider yourselves warned.
Again?
Mosquito Joe.
To the flag and stick my flag. I saw that, yeah. So I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, so I can sit on fire.
It's game day once again here in Newport News, Virginia. Two teams separated by less than 40 miles with a whole lot of history are set to battle it out tonight for the Coastal Virginia Challenge Cup and a place at the top of the Chesapeake Division. Lionsbridge FC plays host to Virginia Beach United in a matchup fans have had circled on the calendar for months. I'm Austin Urchin, and I'm thrilled to be bringing you this contest live from Town Bank Stadium on the campus of Christopher Newport University. The last time these two teams faced off, it was the first match of the season. Virginia Beach got the scoring started early in the 14th minute with a goal from Michael Wayland, although Lionsbridge would answer back soon enough. Just 10 minutes later, Ricky Lewis netted the equalizer off a feed from Denis Kruchenkov. Then in the 50th minute, Felix Evald doubled the score for the Bridge. It took another 30 minutes of action before Virginia Beach fought hard enough and picked up their second goal of the contest in the 88th minute, courtesy of Alexander Moody. But here tonight, off the back of an impressive 11-0 win for Lionsbridge earlier this week, can they keep the momentum going and secure the Coastal Virginia Challenge Cup for the 7th time? Or will Virginia Beach play spoiler and not only hand Lionsbridge their first loss of the season, but also claim the cup for the very first time and propel themselves into first place in the Chesapeake Division? There's only one way to find out, and that's with the 90 minutes of action coming up your way here. Once again, I'm Austin Urch, and this is set to be a thrilling contest. We've got two big teams here in the Chesapeake Division, right near the top of the table. Almost everything to play for as we head down the home stretch of the regular season. Playoff picture just in sight over the horizon, and both these two teams want to secure their spot in the postseason. Virginia Beach comes into this contest with a 6-1-2 USL record. They currently find themselves with the highest point total in the division. However, a game in hand means that they're still in third place due to the scoring system for points per match. Lionsbridge and Nova FC right above them. Lionsbridge with a 5-0-3 record in USL 2 action. And like I just mentioned, Lionsbridge with an 11-0 win over Ashland Town FC earlier this week. That was highlighted by Christian Hatley's 4 goals in the second half. We'll see what the Bridge can bring tonight here against the visitors from just across the water. We'll get those starting lineups to first for the visiting side of Virginia Beach United. In goal tonight, number 30, Griffin Potter. Number 3, Joshua Condit. Number 5, Luis Edmondson. Number 6, Campbell Stalker. Number 8, Juan Valiente. Number 10, Barrett Saul. Number 11, Alexander Moody. Number 13, Joshua Nevins. Number 14, Micah Wayland. Number 17, Trip Campbell. And number 19, Samuel Murphy. With Lionsbridge kicking things off in goal tonight, wearing the yellow jersey, it's number 34, Henry Hempshaw. Captain of the Bridge, number 7, Josh Baker. Number 8, Ricky Lewis. Number 10, Gabby Rodriguez. Number 14, Konstantinos Christou. Number 16, Andrew Goldsworth. Number 18, Andrew Bennett. Number 29, Lincoln Ulrich. Number 33, Evan Howard. Number 37, Mika Hobble. And number 78, Sam Hall. As Christou takes this, as Lionsbridge facing a little bit of pressure here early on from the men in red, courtesy of Virginia Beach United, forcing it all the way back to Hempshaw, and now Lionsbridge outside of their own territory. Lewis trying to take this down the left sideline. That's a throw-in for the Bridge after a hard-fought 2-on-1 battle by Lewis. Good aggression and fight early on in this contest. It's a pretty warm day out here in Newport News. Humidity relatively high as well. It seems like the worst of it is behind us. About 85 degrees here, maybe a little bit warmer, and 60% humidity in the air. So we've certainly had worse games this season in terms of weather, but certainly should be a good night for some action. Virginia Beach able to clear their half of the field before Lionsbridge starts to go on the attack again. Hobble trying to keep it in bounds, or at least prevent it from going out for a goal kick. Looks like he was able to do that deep inside of their own territory. Here comes Nevins for the throw-in. Local player for this Virginia Beach squad. Hometown is Virginia Beach, Virginia. played college soccer at Virginia Wesleyan, and that one just over the head of Howard to the goalkeeper's hands. Griffin Potter lays claim to it before dishing it out to the right side of the formation. Quite a few players play their college soccer or played their soccer at Virginia Wesleyan for this Virginia Beach squad. And Lewis makes a man miss. That one, they'll say, went over the sideline. Linesman on the near side of the field had a great view of it. A couple players for Lionsbridge. A little bit disappointed, we'll say, as they thought that one was kept inbounds by Lewis. Would have been a good counter attack for Lionsbridge and a good opportunity to try and put something on target with a little bit of power behind it. Tess Potter, they might have another chance here. Hobble playing this one towards the corner. Miscommunication between him and Howard up at the top of the formation. As the Lionsbridge forwards creep up the field, looks like Potter will send this one well up towards the halfway line. Pressure being applied by Cristo as well as Howard. And over on the other side of the field, it looks like that was Rodriguez. Just preventing anything from coming short from the goal kick. Trying to force a 50-50 ball in the middle of the field. It'll be a throw-in for the visitors. Virginia Beach United wearing their red jerseys, red shorts, red socks. Lionsbridge in the black and blue. And this contest here capping off 4 home games in a row for Lionsbridge before they head on the road. Nice move to the outside by Murphy, going down and earning a free kick. First foul of the contest and a free kick for Virginia Beach United. About 35 yards out from the end line. Edmondson and Saul standing behind the ball. Looks like we'll see Edmondson vacate the area and head towards the 18-yard box. Baker trying to urge his side to hold the line just outside of it. Two-man wall for the bridge. Hemshaw has them directed where he wants. This serve comes in. Far side, cleared out over the end line. Corner kick coming up. And this is where Lionsbridge has struggled, relatively speaking, in previous contests. It was just about a week ago when they gave up 2 goals off of corner kicks and set pieces. We'll see how they're able to defend here. If they've the service comes in towards the center of the box, headed away by Hall. Second chance, knocked away by Rodriguez. The subsequent effort, just easily over the end line. No danger there at all for Lionsbridge. So a good defensive header from Sam Hall breaks up the corner kick. Hemshaw plays it short. Lionsbridge will look to come out deep inside their own territory as Goldsworth moves it over to the far side of the field. Christou with the man on his back. Valiente was able to poke it away. Valiente played at Barry University. Venezuelan, just finished up his senior year. Howard has this one bounce off him awkwardly, and it'll be out along the sideline right in front of the visiting bench. Physical matchup as Baker wins the battle. Christou with a man on his back. Good give and go, but the Bridge lose possession. This one out of bounds again, and a tight battle over on the far side of the field. That's just about every single match and how it's played out for Lionsbridge against Virginia Beach United. As an off-target pass is intercepted by Murphy, and where to be at the right place at the right time. And the spiraling away, Howard redirects it towards the middle, trying to link up with Rodriguez. Too much spin on the ball. Potter, who initially came off his line to claim it, able to find his second chance. Header in the middle of the field. Goes the ways of Virginia Beach. Bit of contact off the ball. Hall able to take this one in stride, tries to find Lewis, but is intercepted again by Saul. Can't flick this one through Hall's legs. And Lionsbridge looks to go the other way. Bit of small ball for the boys in blue as they're feeling pressure. Good back heel from Ricky Lewis. Escapes the danger. Now this one is sent down the line by Rodriguez. Howard in pursuit. Both left this one well before the line. One defender on his back. Gives it up to Cristo. Fires off the shot. Blocked by the defender right in front of him. Now it's Virginia Beach looking to head the other way. A strong tackle. Sees Saul upended. Bridge back on the front foot again. Cristo towards the middle of the field. Opportunity backside in the opener for the boys in blue. Goal scored by Mika Hobble. The assist going to Konstantinos Priscu. Mika Hobble able to net the opener here. After a good hard fight, good pressure coming from the Lionsbridge midfield, preventing Virginia Beach from getting out of their own half, forcing turnovers, keeping the pressure on despite what seemed like it would be a broken play. Over on the near side of the field, a good delivery, and making it very difficult for Potter to come off his line, claim the ball, and then make a save. Lewis falls to the ground after being dragged down from behind by Murphy. Murphy, the junior at Coastal Carolina, picks up the first foul for Virginia Beach United. So coming into this contest, we look at the stats on paper, and Virginia Beach, despite having 6 wins and 20 points, is a worrying looking pass there for Lionsbridge. Hemshaw comes out of his box to play that one away. You would think that they would be scoring more goals, Virginia Beach United. They have just 16 though in 9 matches played. They aren't the most offensively explosive team in the Chesapeake Division, let alone USL 2. But nevertheless, they're able to get the job done. Stingy defense certainly helping them out. Currently riding a 4-match winning streak. Scored 11 goals in those 4 games, so they've been able to turn up the temperature a little bit there in recent times, and what better time to do it than down the stretch. But impressively, only allowing 2 goals, and both of those coming from the loan from 1 match against Christos FC before 3 in a row, 3 clean sheets. So the defense will have to be strong against a very potent Lionsbridge attack. It was one of the highest goal totals in USL 2. 35 total goals and now 36 with the opener here. And then head-to-head matchups between these two teams. Lionsbridge does hold the advantage, but it seems like every time these two teams play, it's a very close contest. You get a much better game anticipated. Part of that has to do with the cross-water rivalry, as this one over the head. Hemshaw well outside of his box, often an adventure, able to clear it away, nearly finding Lewis at the other end of the formation. Now a play in transition. Over on the right side, Murphy battling with Hall, and Hall takes the tactical foul. A bit unnecessarily, as he had Baker coming over for a bit of support. Hall just wrapping him up. Lewis playing the thorn in the side as he knows that's not 10 yards as the free kick heads over his head from Moody. Moody, one of those players played at Virginia Wesleyan. Potter as well, Condit, Saul. Nevins, also products of Virginia Wesleyan Soccer, located in Virginia Beach. Service towards the middle of the box, cleared away easily enough by Lincoln Ulrich. Hall, physical battle, helped out by Baker, who gets slide tackled. And it looks like we'll see a yellow card here being handed over to Juan Valiente. An early yellow card there for the visitors. I think that has a bit more to do with the referee just trying to make sure that everything stays under control, as we've seen in a couple games. Sometimes the officials just letting things play out maybe a bit too much, in the sense that after a while, it seems like the officials lose control of the game as players try and find the line of how physical they can be and get away with fouls, or rather get away with fouls not being called. Good turn by Baker. Now Lionsbridge picking up the pace. That ball headed towards Christou, but well off the mark. Knocked away by Virginia Beach. Lionsbridge able to get it back though. Lewis, one-on-one on the edge of the 18. Looks to move towards his left side. Cuts it back. Again, opportunity, middle of the field, and a golden chance for Lionsbridge to double their lead. Potter was a bit out of sorts there, made the play on the ball, wasn't able to hang on to it. And Christou basically had that one fall right at his feet, but he didn't know where it was. Potter able to scoop it up and prevent any further damage. As the Maryland goalkeeper certainly standing out on the field in that orange kit. Rolls the ball out, takes the space that he's given. A little bit of pressure from Rodriguez comes his way, and he looks to now lock Lionsbridge deep inside their own territory. Hall gets ready for the throw. Now red jerseys moving over to make things difficult for the home side. Hall sends this one up, and it's knocked back by Stalker. Ball trickling out of play. It was only just all Goldsworthy could do to get a foot on it. Throw-in coming up for Wayland. Players making their way into the edge of the box, and if that's any indication, it looks like we could see a pretty powerful throw-in here from Wayland. Puts a lot of power and distance on the ball. It's headed away by Sam Hall. Chance here, sent well up and over the crossbar by Moody. A bit too eager there for the Portsmouth native. We've seen a couple times already this season, courtesy of number 6 Harry Lovett, just how dangerous a throw-in can be when you have a player who has a knack for that. Lovett, just like Wayland we saw a moment ago, the ability to throw the ball into the 18-yard box, almost like a corner kick from Wish.com, so to speak. Not the highest quality, but it's able to get the job done when necessary. A Hall receives the hard pass, able to get it off and find Baker. Christou, here's Hall. Pressure coming for Lewis, gets it off his foot. Good turn towards the center of the field for Rodriguez before he's dispossessed. Interception by the Bridge. Boys in blue facing a 2-on-1 along the left side of the field. Towards picked off by Ulrich. Now they'll switch the perspective. Hobble, who has the game's opening goal in the 8th minute, gets the feed inside the 18. Evan Howard can't bury the shot. Virginia Beach able to clear it outside of the 18. Now trying to move up through the center of the field. Bennett can't believe that he was called for a foul there on the tackle. He thought he got the ball. Referee saw otherwise. And now it's a counterattack for the visitors, trying to equalize. Ulrich on the far side of the field defending. Clever step over moves. Sees the ball go towards the center of the field. And a second chance possibly coming up. Moody with the second service. Flicked away by Goldsworthy, and now Lewis. The defender on his back. That's Murphy, able to outpace him. And now Lewis pushed in the back, but he still keeps going. And this time the foul will be called. And that's going to be on Micah Whalen. The official having some words with Whalen, just letting him know that that might be the last foul that he'll get away with. As it was a couple hands to the back of Lewis. Lewis, had he evaded that tackle, might have been off to the races. One of those players for Lionsbridge with a lot of speed and certainly able to utilize that effectively, especially over on the wings. I've seen a number of Lionsbridge players with that sort of skill type. Hatley among one of them, who's in the substitutes for today. Hall and Lewis. Game of 2-on-2 keep away on the near side of the field. Good skill move by Hall to shake free of a defender. A little bit of space inside the box, firing off the woodwork. Lionsbridge nearly able to double their lead. Lewis into the box, another service. This one low and on the ground. Will be sent out for a corner kick. Just a couple of inches away from Lionsbridge being up by 2. Get a second chance though here as Bennett heads to the corner. However, the corner kick and the set piece, not really Lionsbridge's forte as of late. In the last 3 matches, they've had 25 corner kicks, and not a single goal coming from those opportunities. We'll see if they'll have any more success here today. Bennett with the delivery towards the center. It's headed away. Christou moves towards the edge of the box, sends in a chance for Ulrich. Howard gets his head on it. Virginia Beach looks to go the other way. Christou with kind of physical defending gets called for the foul. And that will momentarily pause the counterattack for Virginia Beach United. So another corner kick up in smoke for Lionsbridge, as they really have yet to show even substantial pressure from those set pieces. Most we saw was a Howard header last time out against Ashland Town FC on one of the 6 corner kicks that they had in that contest. Only generating a shot just on 2 of them. As that one catches the back foot of Howard. Sliding challenge from Hobble. Virginia Beach tries to clear the way to the other side of the field. Lewis takes it away, shot from distance, bouncing effort straight into the hands of a diving Potter. Good grab by the goalkeeper, is not quite sure if he was ready for that one. Lewis not really giving too much away. Taking a shot from quite a bit of distance. Perhaps just trying to catch the goalkeeper napping, but enough time to react as there weren't really any bodies in the way. Try and offer a bit of a screen for Lionsbridge. Potter sends it to the far side of the field. Edmondson turning. Hall taking this one to the outside for Lionsbridge defense. Howard loses his balance in the air. He goes down to the ground. A hard-fought battle on the field. Looks like it'll be possession still with Virginia Beach United. We'll see if it's played from the ground or a throw-in. It looks like it'll be a free kick once again for the visitors. That marks the 5th foul here for Lionsbridge after just 20 minutes of action. Played short along the far side. Up in the middle, easy grab for Hemshaw as Saul was able to stare that one down. Thought twice about trying to go up and battle Hemshaw for the ball in the air. Valiente applying the pressure. This one goes over Howard's head, and Lionsbridge players communicating to each other out on the field. They want to play it on the ground, as they've had a lot of success with that. Finding their way through the midfield and defense of Virginia Beach United. Murphy with a smart touch to play it with his chest. Lewis gets called for a foul. That's certainly been an interesting matchup on the fan side of the field so far this game. Lewis and Murphy battling it out. Moody with a hard passes the ball, switches the side. Deflected by Howard. And it's back with Potter, who's outside of his 18-yard box. Here comes Edmondson bringing it up. That pass well off the mark. Evans striking that one just a bit awkwardly. Maybe there's a divot over on the other side of the turf. Seems to take a weird bounce on the ground right off his foot. Going out of bounds for a Lionsbridge throw. Played down the line. Howard asking for it. Bennett switching it over. Hall has this one knocked away by Stalker. Now the Virginia Beach defense, or rather the forwards, coming to defend their side, trying to prevent Lionsbridge from even entering their half of the field. Very aggressive defending. It was paying off in the first 10 minutes or so as Lionsbridge was having a bit of trouble getting outside of their own half of the field. Now Hall with some space, trying to float a ball over to the opposite side of the field. He's able to do that. Hobble. Christou from distance, firing a bit of a knuckleball at first, but that one off target. That high-pressure defense from Virginia Beach United was doing well and forcing the ball back inside Lionsbridge territory, not allowing them the room that they're used to having. And they try to build up an attack. A couple of players from Lionsbridge playing far up in the field as that goal kick was taken short. Edmondson. Knocked away by Goldsworthy. Howard has it. Settled down by Hobble. The feed for Lewis. In past the defenders. Inside the 18. Trying to cut it back to his right foot. However, running out of real estate. Moving over the end line. Another chance missed for Lionsbridge off a good buildup. A nice pass, threading that one right through a pair of defenders to Lewis. So again, using his speed just to get that half step on the defenders, and sometimes that half step is all you need. However, it was played too far towards the corner flag, and Lewis had to take a longer route to turn back towards the goal, allowing the defender to take the proverbial inside track. Goldsworthy fortunate to escape without giving away a foul there on the aerial challenge. Hobble with a tackle, able to force that one away from Trip Campbell, midfielder out of Louisville, Kentucky. Sophomore at Furman University. There's also the man of the match in Virginia Beach United's most recent contest against the Annapolis Blues, where they had a 2-0 victory. 25th minute just about gone by here at Town Bank Stadium. Opening goal for Lionsbridge in the 8th minute. Scored by Mika Hobble. The assist going to Konstantinos Christou. Officials' flag is up for a throw-in on the opposite side. Now the visitors will look to string a little bit of possession together. Over the defending blue jerseys, just too many in the area. Goldsworthy. Short pass to Ulrich, and the ball escapes the Lionsbridge half of the field. Bit of support for the boys in blue. Rodriguez sends it to Lewis on the left side. He has Hall just behind him. And this one-on-one with Murphy. Baker comes over for a little bit of support. Center of the field, too many red jerseys in the area. Lionsbridge brings it back out to the wing before sending it into the defense. Visitors doing a nice job consolidating their defense, forcing Lionsbridge to send a long ball over the top. That one now out over the end line. Mika Hobble, a little bit of frustration for him as he had the opportunity to bring that one back in play and corral it before it went out of bounds over the end line. Unable to do so, though, and amounts to just a goal kick. Virginia Beach United doing a really nice job defensively when Lionsbridge is able to bring the ball across the midfield line. They're dropping their forwards back along with their midfielders. It's great creating almost a bit of a traffic stop basically for Lionsbridge, trying to enter through the center of the field, forcing them to go out towards the wings or play, as we just saw, the ball over the top as Hall takes this one over to Lewis along the wing. Lewis has Rodriguez behind him, takes it himself. The 2-on-1 as Christou trying to knock this one to a teammate. Takes it himself though. Low shot on the ground. Not enough power behind it to really trouble Potter. Smart goalkeeping play as he puts his body behind the ball, preventing it from slipping right through his legs. Murphy taking this one in stride. And Hall able to take it off his foot. Baker with a pass and a hard challenge. Bennett on the ground, play on according to the official. Lionsbridge had possession. Looks like a recent advantage for Lionsbridge as Bennett still on the ground. Counterattack for Virginia Beach. Slide tackle, and this one called offsides for Lionsbridge. And now we'll see that yellow card come out. And here it is. It was really an errant slide tackle. Bennett doing a nice job to maneuver his body and put it between the defender and the ball. That card being handed out to Edmondson for his challenge. It was one of those times where, despite still having possession, the referee playing advantage can sometimes go against you as you begin to maybe fizzle out momentum as those defensive players able to close in around you, and that's really what happened for Lionsbridge. A number of red jerseys moved in, isolated the ball carrier, cut off those passing lanes, and forced a turnover back down in the other direction. Lionsbridge thankful that that offsides call came their way. It's going to be a pretty good chance as Wayland is headed towards the right side of the box. I'm going to take a quick break for hydration here at Town Bank Stadium. Lionsbridge up by 1 here thanks to the 8th minute goal coming from Mika Hobble. It's been a physical matchup for both sides. 10 fouls here through 30 minutes of action. Earlier this week, we mentioned the big 11-0 win over Ashland Town FC for Lionsbridge FC. Christian Hatley netting 4 goals in the second half. That friendly match acting as a nice tune-up match for this USL2 contest here this evening. One of the big benefits of those friendly matches, the number of substitutes that you have at your disposal. Lionsbridge liberally using those and making basically a complete roster swap for the second half, which then saw Hatley come out onto the field with Baker, Bennett, Barrett, and Ulrich, to name a few of those players. It really allows your squad to get some good touches and game time, practice some set plays and pieces, things that you've been working on in the training leading up to that week. In a game setting, a bit more physical and aggressive and fast-paced than you would at a training ground. Doing so also and making those substitutions, you're able to really avoid the fatigue load that would come from a full match being played for those players. A lot of them only saw about 45 minutes of action, whether it was in the first half or the second half, and the forwards even less than that, as they basically had a 30-minute rotation with the man up top in the formation. Lionsbridge in the play started once again with a throw-in, and they'll quickly pick up another as Wayland quickly deflected that ball back out of bounds. His throw-in goes to Howard. touches it down to himself. Delivery towards the center of the box and have Rodriguez right there, prime position. However, he lets this one roll through his legs, perhaps hoping that Baker or maybe Lewis was right behind him. Not so was the case. It's cleared away by Virginia Beach United. Another throw in. Howard keeping this one for himself. Layoff to Hobble. A chance to get an assist maybe as Baker fires a shot goal way, but turned away by the defenders. Lewis with a lot of speed, able to track that one down, fighting off Moody in the process. Moody with a tackle on Lewis. Sounded like the official's whistle had already blown, and then that tackle came in. Moody being told to settle down just a little bit, as that might be his last foul without any further decisions from the referee. As Lincoln Ulrich heads up to take this free kick. Played short for the Bridge. He'll switch the field to Sam Hall, the all-time leading scorer for Lionsbridge FC. Baker back to Goldsworthy. Forwards over on the other side of the formation. Hot pursuit coming from Wayland, as that man has certainly been all over the field for Virginia Beach United. Primary position as a forward, but he'd certainly not shy away from dropping back, helping out the midfield or even the defense when they really need it. Bennett. Hard pass to the far side of the field. Cross in towards the back post. Lewis back to the middle. Cleared away by the defense. Out of bounds, last touched by Virginia Beach United, and it's a throw-in for Lionsbridge. We'll take it quickly. Hall. Christo back to Hall. 2-on-1, making things difficult against Stalker. Hall skips a tackle, two of them. Goes down inside the box. And no call by the official. All a little frustrated with that as he had a couple of defenders beat. One particular fan in the stands offering his glasses to the official. A unique way of trying to help a friend out. One of those calls that could have gone 50-50, and I do think the official might have that completely right, though, as I doubt Hall would have been able to bring that ball back in towards the goal and corral it, as it was a heavy touch that it got away from him. Headed away, Howard trying to close that one down before Potter able to grab it. So thanks to Hall's heavy touch, escaping away from him. That last attempt for Lionsbridge not resulting in anything in terms of what goes up onto the scoreboard. Virginia Beach's throw-in sees possession go back over to Lionsbridge. Christo to Baker. Center of the field, a number of red jerseys surrounding them, but they're able to find a passing lane open up. Spiraled off Joshua Condit. Defender out of Smithfield, Virginia. A throw in here for Lionsbridge. A couple of players warming up over on the sidelines for each side. Nothing too serious yet in terms of substitution. We still have about 10 minutes to go here before the conclusion of the first half. Baker trying for a skill move. He goes down to the ground off a little bit of contact, and now it's a counterattack the other way. Virginia Beach not with numbers, but they do have a chance here. Flying effort made by Hempshaw, as that shot, it was off a defender, just off the fingertips of Hempshaw, out of bounds for a visiting corner kick. And just like that, Virginia Beach marching right back down to the other side of the field. A good shot attempt off. Now trying to build a little bit of pressure here. Barrett Saul, Jr., West Virginia University, set to deliver the corner kick. A chance to equalize. Movement inside the 18. Hempshaw off his line, can't get a hand on the ball. Condit can't take a shot. This one fired away by Bennett, it looks like, as Luis battling inside the half along with Nevins before it goes all the way to Potter, who quickly redistributes it back out, trying to keep the momentum alive for the visitors. That one, though, just over the foot of Valiente. Now Lionsbridge will get a chance to slow things down for a moment, catch their breath, and that's what Baker's motioning for Hall. Just take a couple extra seconds. Hall surveying the field, finally sees something that he can live with. Lewis getting tripped up, finally gets the ball off his foot. Baker with room to run in front of him. Howard making a run. Instead, he'll find Hobble on the far side of the field. Baker continuing that progress out towards the wing. Before it lands with Ulrich. Trying to get around Whalen. Defended strongly, but a chance inside the box. Howard has this one awkwardly skip up on him. Defender and him collide. This ball goes out of bounds for a Lionsbridge corner this time around. Good show of sportsmanship as a couple of players help each other up inside the 18-yard box. Looked to be another good look for Howard, but again, that ball control evading him just a little bit there as it rolled right up his leg, bounced awkwardly off his hip, perhaps. The defender playing it out of bounds. Bennett to take the corner. Ball moving around inside the box. Here goes Howard. Back post up and over his head. He's trying to chase this one down. As Whalen battling over there with him. We'll see a whistle blown, and that's going to be called against Howard. He throws the ball the other way, and we'll see a yellow card being handed out. No reason for him to toss the ball like that. Perhaps a couple of words with the referee. Of course, a hard challenge and a hard-fought fight. The fans here at Town Bank Stadium letting the official hear it. But again, once more, spot-on decision from the referee. It's not only just a bit of time wasting, but just a little bit too much unsportsmanlike behavior to toss the ball like that and shout at the official. Of course, didn't quite get his way, but how to keep your head cool as now Lewis takes this one with speed, but too heavy of a touch. Defender goes down in front of him, and again, that'll be a foul called on Lewis as Joshua Condit got around Lewis. Another free kick for the visitors. Maybe a bit of fatigue settling in and for Lionsbridge, and that leading to just a bit of carelessness. As those substitutes over on the sideline for Virginia Beach, more of them now moving up and around, trying to get warm and get ready to come into this contest in the second half. Goldsworthy wins the header. And Hall will just boot this one back down to Potter. No movement, though, on the side of the Lionsbridge sideline. One player, the lone player, just stretching out. Not even dynamic stretching, just static stretching on the ground. Trying to keep everything loose. Bennett with no real support there, as Lewis is easily walked right around by Murphy. And Virginia Beach trying to capitalize here. 42nd minute. Ball skipping away from Trip Campbell. A player that Virginia Beach really likes to rely upon to come up with some big goals in some big moments. They're unable to corral the ball along the far side of the field. Thrown for the bridge. Christou, who's seen a lot of utility here in this game, trying to make things happen all over the midfield. Rodriguez with a bit of an awkward touch, self-pass. Seemed like he wasn't even ready for it, though, as now Lionsbridge, with a lot of red jerseys in front of them, switch the side of the field. Lewis battling with Murphy again, finds a bit of space, trying to curl this one towards the far corner. Conduit there in front to prevent a direct shot, and then Potter easily scooping it up. Hemshaw, an awkward swing through that one, able to keep it in play. Baker battling with Campbell. Rodriguez. Two-touch pass between him and a teammate. Before again it slides over to the near side of the field for Lionsbridge, and Hall not getting much movement out of Lewis along the side, and no real strikers in the area for Lionsbridge. So instead, the ball will just change possession again. This time it's Virginia Beach who tries to get something going. Playing it up top for Valiente. He can't win the battle. Now the game evolving just a little bit here between two teams that seem like they're beginning to feel the effects of the weather out on the field. They had that hydration break, but the end of the first half can't come soon enough. Far side, Campbell set for a cross. Can't get one off his foot. Goldsworthy is able to take it out towards the wing. Baker with room in front of him. Able to link up with Rodriguez, but now a 2-on-4 situation with Lewis coming to support. Howard has this one played towards him, but he can't get there first. Instead, Potter off his line to grab it. Lionsbridge just trying to close out the first half here and remain unscathed on the scoreboard. Have the lone goal advantage. They know they don't need to really press here headed into the halftime break unless given an opportunity. What they don't want to do is leave themselves overexposed on the backside. Lewis with a hard pass from Hall, can't handle it, and it bounces perfectly to Murphy. Starting a counterattack, Baker runs right through that ball. Good aggression from the captain for Lionsbridge. He can't find a teammate, and instead, Virginia Beach able to try and keep this momentum that they have. Have possession inside the Lionsbridge half, but don't have a shot or anything really coming from it. Murphy sends it across. Offsides flag is up as Wayland was again caught on the wrong side of the action. It's the second offsides call going against Virginia Beach United here. A couple of seconds away from the announced stoppage time here in the first half. Don't think we'll have too much. Despite the number of fouls, there hasn't been anything too crazy here. Just the one goal to speak of and no real long injuries or anything like that. Hemshaw swings his foot through it, knocked out of play. Lionsbridge throw. Just a pair of minutes for stoppage time here. Lincoln Ulrich making his way over. Gets ready for the throw-in. Ulrich being told he's better hurry things up as Howard heads this one towards the goalkeeper. Potter comes up, goes and grabs it easily enough. No pressure as we've got maybe about a minute left in stoppage time. Trying to urge his side forward and see some last minute heroics here in the first 45. Lincoln Ulrich wins the header again. Over top of Wayland, and Wayland hasn't able to get much done here for Virginia Beach United as Howard takes this one. It drops perfectly in front of him. He's inside the 18, firing off of Potter. Potter goes to grab it. Howard comes in, and no doubt this will be a yellow card issued again to Howard as he went in, a sliding effort to Potter, and that's his second yellow, meaning it's a red card. And now it'll be Lionsbridge playing a man down for the second half of the game. Howard a bit too aggressive to say the least, putting it kindly. Trying to make something out of nothing, and instead of going up a goal or two, it will go down by a player for the rest of the contest. What a moment is. If I'm not mistaken, that's the first time we'll see Lionsbridge being down a player here at Town Bank Stadium and just in general here this season. And that drastically changes the complexion of this contest. Not only does it put Lionsbridge at a numbers disadvantage, but also the advantage in terms of momentum for Virginia Beach United. It might just be one player, but that's another player that goes unmarked on corner kicks and free kicks. Opportunities like that. Now Lionsbridge not only having to deal with just missing a player, but also rearranging their formation, trying to make sure that they still have numbers where they need out on the field. We'll see the end of the first half there. The lone goal, the difference maker so far, scored in the 8th minute by Mika Hobble. Assist going to Konstantinos Christou. The second big moment of the half, of course, that red card we just saw. Another second yellow card for Howard. Another big goal scorer for Lionsbridge, who will no longer be in the contest for this second half coming up. We'll see what alterations Lionsbridge makes as we get set for the second 45 of the Coastal Virginia Challenge Cup coming up here in about 15 minutes.
go, buddy.
When I got my job at Food Lion, I learned you can also be a volunteer with Food Lion Feeds. So whether I'm unloading our donations or helping neighbors pick fresh produce, this what you're looking for? I say take the helping hand when you need it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And be the helping hand when you don't.
Bye. Bye.
Here to fill tables and hearts with hope. Food Lion Feeds, here for every moment.
It's time to get back out there. At Riverside Orthopedics, our specialists are committed to delivering high-quality care because your health and mobility are important to us. Riverside specializes in treating a wide variety of conditions, offering both surgical and non-surgical solutions, tailored to what is right for you. And we make things easy, giving you the knowledge you want to make your own choices and the orthopedic care you need to fit your schedule. We've got you covered. Riverside Orthopedic Specialist, always in motion.
It's all about bringing people together, and it's all about dogs. Dog Day in the drive-thru is a day where we give back to our furry friends.
We hand toys out to dogs and their owners in the drive-thru.
My dogs love this event. Tails start wagging, the heads are out the window. We also partner with local animal shelters to help dogs find their forever home. Chick-fil-A knows the heart of the community. You meet new friends, you meet new dogs.
We just love seeing their faces in the drive-thru.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
As soon as you arrive, you'll see it in the people you meet and the way we follow through. At Bowditch Ford, your dealership experience will be one of total satisfaction. Our professional sales associates make buying easy, fast, and fun. And when it comes to service, experience better. From maintenance to repair to parts, collision, even our quick lane, we do it better. Your time is valuable and your dollar's hard-earned. We'll take care of you. Bowditch Ford, a tradition of doing the right thing.
Great vision and healthy eyes are the goal at Peninsula Eye Care. Optometrists diagnose and treat many disorders of the eye and visual system and are a great addition to your healthcare team. We prescribe glasses, contact lenses, and medications to serve you. I'm Dr. David Buck, and if you're looking for a team that will care about you and is ready to listen, come see us at Peninsula Eye Care.
When the sun sets, Newport News turns up. Hit the town for live music, cold drinks, and electric vibes. Catch the game or dance the night away with friends. Chill with cocktails by the water or dive into late-night bites. The city's buzzing, where every night is its own adventure. This is Newport News After Dark.
A yard without mosquitoes is always the most popular yard in the neighborhood.
They're home! Scatter!
Homeowners, consider yourselves warned.
Again?
Mosquito Joe, outside is fun again.
Welcome back to Papa John's. I find other things in life, like ordering more to save more off the Papa Pairings menu. It's all $6.99. We've got a brownie.
Why are you whispering?
We're making you Papa Pairings for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
One Life Fitness has something for everyone. From midday movers to sunset shakers. From powerful workouts to peaceful flows. From personal training to personal bests. Whatever your fitness journey, enjoy premium amenities with a supportive staff, all at an affordable price. That's why we're the best value in fitness. Go to OneLifeFitness.com to join today. One Life Fitness. Every journey welcome.
Hoops. They're everywhere, especially when it comes to banking. Lots of banks offer you big promises with their checking accounts, but there's always a hoop to jump through. At Langley, we don't like hoops. Our Smart Checking offers great features like getting your paycheck up to 3 days early, no monthly fees, and no minimum balances. No hoops, just straightforward banking with Langley. Open your Smart Checking account today.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
In Newport News, talk to State Farm agent Jimmy Fay today.
We're moments away here from the second half kickoff at Town Bank Stadium in Newport News, Virginia. Lionsbridge FC taking on Virginia Beach United. An exciting matchup at the top of the Chesapeake Division table. Lionsbridge currently up by 1 thanks to an 8-minute goal from Mika Hobble. And notably, just before halftime, there was 2 cards in 5 minutes. First yellow card for Howard, Evan Howard, in the 40th minute. And then he picked up his second yellow in stoppage time for a challenge on the goalkeeper that really didn't need to happen. The ball got away from him. Potter was able to hang on to it, and Howard dove in feet first, trying to break it free for one reason or another. Picked up his second yellow card of the contest. In just a handful of minutes, and now Lionsbridge up a goal but down a player. And we'll see how that impacts them down the stretch. So they've got 45 more minutes to hang on as they try and preserve the all-time record that they have against Virginia Beach United and make it a dozen wins. Currently sitting 11-1-3, the record in favor of Lionsbridge. Not to mention the Coastal Virginia Challenge Cup, Lionsbridge winning the last 6 years in a row. So a couple of substitutes on the bench for Lionsbridge. None of them making their way into the contest yet here for either side by the look of things. We'll get confirmation in just a couple of moments as Virginia Beach start off the second 45. This one heads the way of Trip Campbell. It's cleared away by Baker and company. Nevins plays it all the way back to Potter. It looks like we have a couple substitutions here. Valiente and Stalker headed off the field. For Virginia Beach United. Coming on to replace them, Daniel Greider and Franco Trodati. Trodati, a name that a lot of fans are familiar with for Virginia Beach United. A big playmaker for the club and has come up in a couple of very crucial goals over the last few seasons. That one bouncing up and catching the arm of Wayland. No call by the official. Interesting there as Wayland had his arm fully extended. Pressure towards the edge of the field. All kept in play by Gritter. That's his first touch of the contest. Virginia Beach United will hang on to the ball, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a shift tactically for Lionsbridge as Gritter trying to take this one down towards the corner. Defender coming in to close him down, and that's Goldsworthy, who knocks it out of play for a corner kick. Not really a choice he had there, as Gritter played it right into his legs. Nevertheless, it is a corner, and this is where the numbers disadvantage begins to hurt you. So that's just one more man that you have to bring back if you're Lionsbridge inside the box to try and make things difficult. This one headed away by the boys in blue. Goldsworthy with the clearance and a second one. Able to squeak the ball out to Ricky Lewis along the sideline. He can't make very far, though, before it gets taken away. No one moving for Lionsbridge, and ball played calmly to the far side of the field. Lewis moving with speed now, gets past the defender. Just one, maybe two blue jerseys now. Hobble inside the box, but Lewis with a heavy touch as it goes out of bounds off of Samuel Murphy. Again, we mentioned that earlier in the first half, but that's been a battle that's been going on all game long. Murphy and Lewis, two very quick players. Lewis getting the better of Murphy in terms of creating space for himself, but unable to do anything with the delivery or the chance that he was given. However, a pretty good chance here for Lionsbridge is Howard, though, again, out with a red card. He was that they were looking for in these last couple corner kicks. There's Lincoln Ulrich, the intended target. Hall takes this one, and again, bouncing off the arm of Micah Wayland. But It'll be another corner kick for Lionsbridge. This time, though, Wayland having his arm down by his side. Lionsbridge gets set for another corner kick. It's their 29th in 4 games. And not a single one has produced a goal. Andrew Bennett, the all-time assist leader for Lionsbridge, with the delivery. Hall on the move. This one towards the back post for Hall. It's headed away. Defense got there first, and a counterattack begins thanks to Joshua Condit's defensive header. Wayland, his touch betrays him. Lionsbridge able to get the ball back, and it goes all the way to Henry Hempshaw, new goalkeeper this season for Lionsbridge FC. Bit of pressure comes his way from Wayland. Now a shot from distance just over the bar. That one, Barrett. Saul taking a shot from distance. A lot of power behind it. Just a bit under the ball too much. Hempshaw had that one covered, but certainly would have been a difficult ball to grab. Hempshaw waving his players over to one side of the field, up by the center line. Trying to swing things in their favor for these 50-50 balls. Bounced awkwardly off of Rodriguez. This one was dribbled out of play by Hall. Lionsbridge, specifically Baker, have to move back and defend very quickly. That one was headed towards Wayland. Couldn't make anything happen. Baker, pressure in front of him, gets the pass off. Lewis tries to go back to Hall. He gets to the Englishman in the end, and he just clears it away. So against a very strong Lionsbridge attack, Virginia Beach United defense has been performing rather solidly, giving up just that one goal in the 8th minute. Nothing since then. Clever back heel pass from Campbell. Ritter on the wing. Delivery is stopped by Hable, but that's another corner kick. A chance to draw one back. Second of the second half for the visitors. This one delivered towards the penalty spot is headed away by Lionsbridge. Murphy trying to collect it. Wayland nudging it out towards his right. Cutting it back was Moody. Now it's Wayland again inside the box. Short pass. No call by the official. I think that might have been Saul who went down. Hempshaw throws it out. And that one with too much spin on it, and it's misjudged by Hobble. Would have been a really good counterattack. Plenty of room in front of Mika Hobble over on the right wing. Murphy getting around Lewis. But possession stays in the hands of Virginia Beach United. Moody over to the left wing. Ritter, his delivery. Goes right over Wayland's head. Inside the box, a back heel attempt will go out of bounds for a Virginia Beach United corner. Now more and more pressure being applied by this visiting side. Lionsbridge bending a little bit, not breaking just yet. As more red jerseys pile inside the 18-yard box. Trying to find the equalizer. This one played over Hempshaw towards the back post. And easily enough is dealt with as Condit's header goes off target. Hempshaw looking for a ball to take this goal kick. So he brings it to the edge of the 6-yard box. Lionsbridge playing it short. Pressure coming quickly. And Hempshaw looking to throw it away, basically, is now a free kick called. And the yellow card handed out. Lucas White, the recipient of that card, basically wrapping up the Lionsbridge player. Get the go-ahead to start things off again. Hemshaw to Goldsworthy, and pressure coming their way. They'll send it over to Sam Hall on the opposite side. Lewis has that one taken off his feet by Murphy. Baker, short pass, kept alive by Rodriguez, who moves over to the sideline. Lewis, again, here with Murphy. The two locked in a seemingly never-ending battle on that far side of the field. Lewis gets the better of him and goes down. And no call by the official, despite Murphy falling into Lewis, tripping him up. Murphy stays down on the field. And play will halt for a moment as the official comes over to tend to the midfielder, junior out of Coastal Carolina. Seems to be all right, though, as he gets back up. The ball handed over to the official. See a drop ball situation, and Virginia Beach might want to do with this one, whether it's Lionsbridge just playing it back to the goalkeeper. Instead, will be sent deep into Lionsbridge territory. Goldsworthy with a bit of an awkward header, sends it to Hall, and Hall tries to send it up the line, kept in play. And it looks like Murphy is more than okay as he was quickly running down the wing. Shot from distance again, off target by Alexander Moody. Good to see a quick recovery there from Murphy. Not quite sure what really happened over on the far side of the field. He lost his footing and maybe got not quite ran over by number 8, Ricky Lewis, but he accidentally stepped on a little bit as he went down right at Lewis's feet. Every time on these goal kicks now, Lionsbridge trying to make a 50-50 ball and make things difficult for Virginia Beach United to easily access their half of the field. Awkward header from Lucas White. Picked up a yellow card a couple moments ago. Christou moving towards the center of the field now. Lionsbridge, of course, laying a man down thanks to that red card in the 45th minute. Lewis inside the 18. This one very nearly kissing the crossbar. But rolling out of bounds for a throw-in. A lot of spin on the ball puts Virginia Beach United deep inside their own territory. Throw-in taken. Hall sends it over to Lewis. Now the Lionsbridge substitutes up and moving. All but the goalkeeper, really. There's no doubt we'll see a couple substitutions coming up, perhaps for both sides. Christou, clever move to build some space for himself. Makes his way inside the box, but loses his footing finally and goes down. Ulrich, well away from his position, and it's knocked out of bounds by Goldsworthy on defense. Hasn't shown up too many times in the Lionsbridge starting 11. But the last couple of opportunities that he's had, he's certainly made good on his chance. Coming up with a couple big plays. That one there slowing down the Virginia Beach counterattack. Campbell. Back into the defense. Edmondson sends it to the opposite side. Now Virginia Beach warming up a number of players as well. As Wayland gets this ball. Intercepted once again by Goldsworthy. He's certainly having himself a very strong night defensively. Habel, clever move to get around two defenders. And Rodriguez is caught flat-footed in that situation. Right in the center circle. Habel out of position. Campbell, center of the field, firing into the back of the net, the equalizer. Trip Campbell, the man of the match against the Annapolis Blues, comes up with a big goal for Virginia Beach United in the 59th minute. And there, Mika hobbled out of position defensively for Lionsbridge. Playing almost as a wing back there as he moved up, joined the attack with the midfield. Getting caught out of position, putting Ulrich in an awkward spot, having to slide over and defend. Communication between those two breaking down a little bit there. And then no one else really coming in to close down Campbell as he vaults his way across through the center of the field. Found himself with a little bit of space. And fired off a rocket to equalize the score here. Home side fans trying to put a little bit of wind in their side sails. It's now Lionsbridge on the far side of the field. Lewis stays upright, gets through a trio of defenders. Moving with pace. He goes down inside the box. No call by the official. That's the third time Lewis has been brought down inside the box. No call on each of the last 3 times. And that was a physical challenge coming from White, who was tracking back. White picking up a yellow card earlier in the second half after coming on as a substitute. Lewis with a little bit of frustration beginning to show as the ball is swung over towards the right side for Hobble. With a goal to his name, trying to find an assist, a diving header clears it away to Ulrich. Ulrich sends it back into the mixing bowl. However, Joshua Condit quickly puts a halt to that Lionsbridge attack. We'll get a second look, or rather a second attempt, as Bennett sends the ball right back to Hall with a little bit of space. Left-footed shot into the hands of Potter. He parries it to himself and is able to hold on to it. Now at this point in the game, if you're Chris Wally, 61st minute, you certainly have to be thinking about utilizing some of your substitutes. And who else other than Christian Hatley, who had himself a fantastic night, scoring 4 goals, the Lionsbridge record last time out against Ashland Town. Campbell, the goal scorer for Virginia Beach, flicks that ball towards the middle of the field. Christo taking this one. Lewis just getting back on side as he's certainly been very busy. Gets pushed down from behind. This time he'll get the call going his way. His legs certainly burning after that one. The official reaching into his pocket. And we'll see a yellow card to the bench for Lionsbridge. Not too often you see that. After the foul on Murphy. Awkward spill there for the Virginia Beach player. They keep possession, play on. White sends in the delivery, knocked away by Ulrich. Wayland getting it over to Greider on the left side of the formation. Can he send in a cross? Runs out of room, defended stoutly by Ulrich. Ulrich doing a nice job closing things down on the left side of the field. Not allowing the cross or any room for it to come in towards the middle of the box. Short corner taken. Baker, pressure on his back, gets it off his foot. Ulrich sends it down the sideline, out of play. Lewis getting a bottle over on the sideline, trying to hydrate up the best he can. And the lull in the action on his side of the field. The ball makes his way over towards him. He can't get there for the interception. This one slides by Goldsworthy. Hall is there, able to pass it to Hempshaw. Hempshaw for Hobble. And the numbers game there for Lionsbridge, being a man down, certainly not playing to any advantage there, as that one into the middle of a sea of red jerseys before it's knocked out of bounds again. Visiting throw-in for Lucas White. He'll slow things down as Edmondson boots it to the far side of the field. A couple of Virginia Beach substitutes getting ready to come out onto the field. One of them, Baxter, hurt. Now this is when there can really be some damage done if Lionsbridge isn't able to necessarily match these substitutes. A pair of fresh legs as Hall misses the tackle inside the 18-yard box. Wayland moving to his left. A kick save by Hempshaw keeps things level. Possession still in favor of Virginia Beach United. Down but not out as Hall is able to knock that header away. White gets the better of his man in the middle of the field. Virginia Beach still trying to carry this momentum forward. Campbell, short pass to White. Making his way, trying to get past Lewis. Saul, pass over to the wing. Here's Murphy, delivery, Wayland, can't furnish. And this time, Ritter sends his shot up and over the bar. A great couple of saves by Hempshaw, standing tall when his side really needs it here in the 65th minute. Saul and Lewis Edmondson will exit the contest for Virginia Beach United. And it is Baxter Hurt and Alex Kryachev coming into the game for the visitors. Lionsbridge with a couple of substitutes for their own, so it is good to see that they're trying to match the substitutes for Virginia Beach, as a couple of tired legs out on the field for Lionsbridge is the last thing that they want, trying to keep up with these fresh legs from the visiting side. Lewis, good move on the far side of the field, finds some space, he's inside the box. Not enough to shoot, instead it goes out of bounds for a corner kick, and that's really the best option there, is now Lewis beginning to cramp up. We'll see a substitution here for the boys in blue. Lewis has certainly got his steps in here tonight. So here comes Hatley for Lionsbridge. Gabby Rodriguez makes his way over to the sideline. And then also Jason Pertz, the Ohio midfielder, comes on to replace Ricky Lewis, who is down on the field cramping, and is a bit of a good reason. He's been utilized so much by Lionsbridge over on that far side of the field throughout the second half, and he's seen a plethora of action in the first 45 too. Now Lionsbridge with their 30th corner kick in 4 games. Still nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. They've been working on this in warm-ups prior to contest, as well as no doubt on the training ground leading up to these matches. Both sides on level footing. Delivery towards Hall, off his head. No power behind it, and it goes straight to Griffin Potter. Throws it out to White. And Virginia Beach start to move quickly up the field. This one past Ulrich, being chased down by Goldsworthy. Goldsworthy trying to defend on the far side of the field. He does so successfully and wins himself and his side a throw-in for his effort. It was a good shift by the defender out of Bloomington, Indiana. Recognized Ulrich out of position, moved over quickly to try and cover, did so effectively. So it's Hatley and Pertz coming into the game for Lionsbridge. 2 dynamic playmakers. Hatley up top, Pertz on that far side of the field in that left wing position. Wayland sends it down the line for Murphy, who was in an offside position. Stops his chase prematurely and just goes out for a goal kick. Upcoming contest for Lionsbridge. We mentioned it earlier that this is the last of 4 games in a row at home for the boys in blue. Coming up next will be the Wednesday night matchup on June 25th against the Charlottesville Blues. Ball goes out of bounds for a Virginia Beach throw. And they'll be back at home next weekend, Saturday, June 28th against Christos FC. And then also next Thursday, the day before July 4th, July 3rd, that Thursday night matchup will be against the Annapolis Blues. Lionsbridge getting a big 2-0 win on the road there a couple of weeks ago. Virginia Beach doing the exact same. Another 2-0 win for them against the Blues in front of a rather large crowd, over 7,000 in attendance for that contest. Good defending by Mika Hobble, Lionsbridge goal scorer here tonight. As Campbell will hand the ball off to Wayland. Wayland with a very strong throw-in. Campbell makes his way inside the box. He's the goal scorer for Virginia Beach United, looking to net his second and pick up the first lead for the visitors. Hobble clears it away. Hatley trying to be on the receiving end of it. Can't get there in time. Murphy firing from distance, punched away by Hempshaw, out for another corner kick. 7 corner kicks this match for Virginia Beach. They take this one quickly. Spin move over on the far side of the field, and looking for a little bit of support was Krychev. Wasn't able to find any as the skill move sent that ball right out over the end line. A little bit of pressure coming from Lionsbridge, but more unforced error as Hatley tries to get on the end of this one before it's knocked out of bounds by Condit. Anytime these two teams match up, you know you're bound for an exciting contest. And over the years, we've seen Virginia Beach continue to grow and become a very strong team here in USL2 and in the Chesapeake Division. Lionsbridge, one of the top 10 teams in the country in the rankings, at number 9 here in the USL2. Goldsworthy will go into the referee's book for that last tackle. Yellow card being handed out. Seven yellow cards here throughout the 72 minutes we've played. Split pretty evenly between the two sides. This free kick is sent inside the 18-yard box. Ulrich sends it away. And it's run right out of bounds by Trip Campbell. He can't corral it. Lionsbridge will get set to take a throw in. You can see how aggressive Virginia Beach is being. They feel like they've got momentum on their side, and not to mention the numbers advantage, thanks to Evan Howard's second yellow card in stoppage time in the first 45 minutes. Hatley has that one go right over his head. Christou plays chase as goes all the way back to Potter in goal before being dished back out to Condit on the opposite side. Middle of the field, Hempshaw goes up, grabs this ball as Krychev was trying to stare him down and be ready if there was any ball that slipped out of his hands for possible chance of a rebound. Gets thrown out to Hall. Keeps it in play over on the sideline. Aggressive defending by Wayland. Can't knock the ball off his feet though. Baker, a one-touch pass looking for Perks on the opposite side. Couldn't find him. Instead the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Virginia Beach United. Deflection off of a red jersey, 73rd minute. The throw-in taken quickly. Bennett with pressure behind. Chooses to play the way he was facing. Christou gives it away. Wayland. Short pass to his left side for Krychev. Progress further out towards the wing for Campbell. Met by Ulrich. Will drop the ball back to Moody. Virginia Beach will slow things down, get a second look at things, and possibly try an attack. They're switching the angle. Far side delivery inside the 18-yard box, headed back across the center for Wayland. off his head. Not enough power behind it. He's down on the field. Goldsworthy helping him stretch out just a little bit here as he's beginning to cramp up. Hemshot told Goldsworthy to get back up the field as that ball played out of bounds. Lionsbridge throw. As Virginia Beach saw that they had a player down on the field, knocked it out of bounds. However, that was right after Whalen got back up on his feet. Tried to join the play once again. Lionsbridge substitute possibly coming up to the center line here in a couple of moments. Atley wins the aerial battle for being fouled by Virginia Beach. So a free kick for Lionsbridge. Baker and Bennett standing behind the ball. Baker will drift away. So we'll get a pair of substitutes, one for each side. It looks like it's Konstantinos Christou headed over to the sideline for the home side. Possibly Campbell over. It looks like it is Trip Campbell, who's been very important piece of the puzzle here for the visitors, scoring the goal of the only goal of the contest for Virginia Beach. Luke Ackerman steps in for Lionsbridge. This one straight to the goalkeeper. No danger at all. PK Stoffel in for Virginia Beach. Ackerman came in very clutch for Lionsbridge a couple of contests ago. Just a couple of yards outside the 18-yard box. Had a free kick for himself and fired it directly into the back of the goal. This time takes a shot off the back of a defender. Did Ackerman. Whalen able to get around Ulrich. Half-committed effort there as Stoffel taking it center of the field. Skill move gets around no one because no one was defending him. Perhaps he thought he had a defender on his back that he was trying to shake off. Moody with plenty of space in front of him. Sends it over to Murphy, who switched sides of the field. Back post delivery just out of reach from Krychev. Well, just a little bit too much power behind it, but certainly a great idea. It's Virginia Beach trying to find the go-ahead goal. We're going to head over to the sideline quickly for a hydration break. Lionsbridge trying to collect their breaths here. No doubt they'll get an earful from head coach Chris Wally, as he's certainly seen a lot. He's currently handing out water bottles to the team. The coaching staff for the visiting side, of course, doing the same thing as well. Trying to make sure that everyone stays hydrated out on the field. That humidity here playing a factor in addition to the heat, despite the sun setting. All these players certainly sweating profusely. And the sweat just collecting out on their bodies. Not really evaporating, making it more and more difficult for their bodies to cool themselves down. So Lionsbridge will restart with a goal kick here. As the players make their way back out onto the field. Baker trying to urge the fans to will their side on. Preserve their undefeated streak this season. Lionsbridge 8-0-3 overall, 5-0-3 record in USL 2 action. And this game certainly a big one with a lot of implications at the top of the Chesapeake Division. Ackerman can't win the header inside the Virginia Beach half. Moody with a sliding tackle. Is able to win it for his side just for a moment. Header goes out of bounds in favor of the visitors. Ritter will hand this one off to Wayland as Micah Wayland, their go-to guy for Virginia Beach to send in a throw-in. Gets a ton of power behind the ball, and this one will basically be a corner kick. It sends high inside the 6-yard box, sent towards the back post. Hemshaw taking that one in stride and all in one fluid motion, dishing it back out. Moody trapping this one center of the field, turns quickly and looks to continue the pressure that Virginia Beach has been building. Center of the field, Kryachev glides just barely with Hemshaw. Tell the goalkeeper coming off his line there to make the grab. Kryachev tried to get out of the way. The official just telling him to keep it calm, keep it cool. You want to avoid going into the referee's book, as we already saw Howard do that after a collision with the goalkeeper for Virginia Beach United. With 7 cards already being handed out, you can tell this official certainly not one to shy away from cutting down a couple of players, and it's like that's Perks who gets called for a foul and a free kick for Virginia Beach in a great field position. This one about 10 yards outside the 18-yard box. It'd be difficult to shoot for Moody, but a great chance to send in a cross. Nine Lionsbridge players inside the 18-yard box. Just the lone man, Hatley, up at the center line. Hemshaw has the ball where he wants. Moody fires this one on the ground, and it goes right through everyone. No deflections at all. And a crisis averted for the boys in blue. Lionsbridge able to survive that last threat. There's no doubt we've seen them punished before. And no doubt Lionsbridge has been able to dole out the punishment from a similar situation. Running into a bit of a dry spell lately when it comes to set pieces. Keep harping on the lack of goal production coming from set pieces and corner kicks for Lionsbridge. Stretching over the last 4 games, they've had 30. All they've really mustered up was maybe a couple of shots that went right to the goalkeeper across those contests. 82nd minute. Lionsbridge running out of time to pull a goal back. They'll have another throw-in and keep working their way down the sideline, though. You have to wonder when that shift is going to happen for Lionsbridge, when they just stop looking for goals and look to just defend what they have, take the 1 point at home. But of course, Wally's side never really won to back down from a challenge. They certainly want to fight until the very final whistle. Hall heads back towards the center. Potter off his line. Baker a second too slow. As the ball gets booted out past the halfway line, up and over the head of Goldsworthy. Chipped back across the formation for Kryachev, and he can't get there in time. He was quite a bit of ways behind that ball. Another very close effort for Lionsbridge. That ball drifted into no man's land, basically, inside the 18-yard box, and Griffin Potter, good recognition. Graduate of Virginia Wesleyan University. Certainly racked up quite a few minutes there, to say the least, in goal for the Marlins. Good game awareness. Recognizing the danger and putting a stop to it as quick as he could. Ackerman goes up, wins the header. Hatley can't get around the defender. Second chance coming up. Hobble has this one over on the right side. Fires this one and certainly makes a meal of it. Blasts it into the festival area. Another big wasted chance for Lionsbridge as You certainly won't get too many of those down a player. You're on the edge of the 18-yard box, and all you've got to do is keep the ball down, put power behind it. Easier said than done, of course. Trying to do that while emotions are high and defender coming up on your back. Bennett has an awkward touch, and his pass is off the mark. Bennett. A rare error there for Lionsbridge. Baker found himself at the wrong place. Couldn't get on the end of it. Handed the ball over to Virginia Beach, and the onslaught from the visitors looks to continue. Another throw-in for the Bridge gives them a bit of a break. Hall will have this one inside his own territory. Whalen coming over to make things difficult for the boys in blue. 85th minute. Baker, room to run. Hobble has even more as the pass makes its way over to him. Not many blue jerseys joining the attack as they're switched gears to be a bit more cautious now as Ulrich switches the field. Sam Hall tries for a give and go with Ackerman. However, that pass off the mark hurts. Tries to keep it in play. They'll win a throw-in. According to the official, however, the lineswoman will redirect the play down in the other direction. Foul committed by Lionsbridge inside their own territory. So a free kick about 18 yards out from the end line, right along the sideline. And this could be another dangerous situation. A very dangerous position here for Lionsbridge. Moody gets ready with the delivery. Moody sends it in, back post, and very nearly an own goal by Ackerman, chesting it away, out of bounds, and that brings it up to 6 corner kicks here in the second half for Virginia Beach. Moody gets set for another delivery. As the Portsmouth native tries to bring his side to find the go-ahead goal. Up for Whalen, back heel. In front of everyone, Whalen can't get off the shot. Lionsbridge, Ackerman trying to clear it and hold off the defender. He's able to do so, earning the foul in the process, and you'll certainly feel the heartbeat in the stadium rise a couple of beats, to say the least. So that's a big moment there for Lionsbridge, as no one really on either side was able to come up with possession. That can be the most dangerous thing for a goalkeeper in that situation. Everyone just trying to either clear it away or get a shot of something on target. Hatley can't get around the defender as Nevins knocked the ball away. Out of bounds in favor of Virginia Beach. Lionsbridge substitute making his way up towards head coach Chris Wally. Celebrated his birthday earlier this week. The boys in blue certainly gave him something to celebrate. That big 11-0 win against Ashland Town FC. Dennis Kruchenkov getting ready to check into the match for Lionsbridge here in the 88th minute. Ritter sends in the cross. Hatley has this one go by him, trying to find an opportunity to turn past the defender. Nevins holding his ground, playing containment, doing a really nice job. He knew that he didn't have to win the challenge. He just had to keep Hatley there to prevent him from getting towards the goal. Baker gets called for a foul. Bit of a soft one there, as there wasn't much contact. It was enough to warrant a foul. Hertz will move over towards the sideline, and his night will come to a close. Coming on to replace him is Kruchenkov. Kruchenkov with an eye for a goal. He certainly knows how to get it done. Up at the top of the formation. A delivery, though, headed into the back of the goal. Off of Goldsworthy, it looked like. the go-ahead goal for the visitors, 89th minute. We'll see who gets credit for that one, but either way, the scoreboard now in favor of the visitors for the first time tonight. It'll be Samuel Murphy who gets credit for that goal. He's been battling all night with Ricky Lewis. And all his hard work paying off here with a huge goal. Virginia Beach United 2-1, currently leading, 90th minute. About a minute away from the stoppage time announcement. Lionsbridge down a player, and you can certainly tell that's affecting them. So now possibly another substitute getting ready here for Lionsbridge. Head coach Chris Wally trying to iron some things out with the sideline official. And things underway once again. Bennett with a nice move to evade a tackle, and Virginia Beach with the reverse lights on, backing that bus up towards the 18-yard box. Bennett has that one taken off his foot, knocked out of bounds, last touched by Bennett. Kayachev there to defend. It'll be a throw-in for Virginia Beach United. They'll take their time here with this one. Now it seems like it's just a waiting game for the visitors, as they know that they've got the lead, and it's Lionsbridge who has to answer. And they'll pass the ball around like a hot potato, awaiting the announcement for stoppage time. Moody delivers the throw off of Whalen. Hobble. And it's cleared well out of bounds by White. Substitute gets ready to come in for the visitors for Hobble's throw. Prevents him from doing that. White with the key interception. Gets around Bennett. And now here's Stoffel to Whalen. Right side, this one goes up and over. The visitors content with a goal kick as they look to hand Lionsbridge their first loss of the season. A win here tonight would certainly propel Virginia Beach United to the top of the Chesapeake Division. Lionsbridge trying for some last-minute heroics, something we've seen here a couple of times at Town Bank Stadium with the draw against Nova FC. However, that one goes right off of Sam Hall's foot, and the home fans can't believe it. Out for a Virginia Beach throw, more time being eaten up off the clock. Awkward clearance for Lionsbridge. They can't get it out of their box initially. White able to pick up the pieces, dancing around in the center of the field. Far side. Stoffel with a nice pass to Whalen. Center of the field now for Lionsbridge. Baker with pressure on his back. Gives it over to Hobble. Sending it up the field. Ulrich joining the attack. Up with Dennis Kruchenkov. That ball out of bounds. Lionsbridge looking to take the throw. Baker set to take it. 4 minutes of stoppage time. A couple of those have already elapsed. Hall nearly with another unforced error. Ackerman, his delivery. Ulrich across the center. Kruchenkov with a header. No power behind it again, and it's swallowed up by Potter. Lionsbridge with a couple of great opportunities to net another goal. Certainly could have had the lead at least 3 goals here tonight. However, doesn't matter how many chances you have, but just how many times you're able to convert. And so far for the boys in blue, it's only been one, and it seems like that's going to be all that they get. If this stout Virginia Beach defense keeps it up. Virginia Beach only allowing 2 goals in the last 4 games coming into this matchup, and that was 4 games ago against Christos FC. They had 3 shutouts in a row. They allowed one here tonight in the 8th minute early on. But other than that, it's been a very strong red wall. Ackerman, delivery whips it in. Kruchenkov fires straight to Potter. No danger, no threat there as Kruchenkov ripped that one right towards the goalkeeper. And that possibly the last chance of the contest for Lionsbridge. Potter still with the ball in his hands, finally lets it go. Takes an awkward bounce. Whalen knocks it over his head, and it rolls out of play deep inside Lionsbridge territory. There's the final whistle. Virginia Beach United able to take the win at Town Bank Stadium over Lionsbridge FC. A huge win for the visitors here tonight, marking their first win in a very long time, just the second win head-to-head against Lionsbridge. And this loss a bit more heartbreaking than just any other loss. This is the first time that Lionsbridge has lost this season. And this loss, of course, taking them out of that top spot in the Chesapeake Division. Things look to be going pretty solid for the boys in blue as an 8th-minute goal by Mika Hobble put them ahead very early in the game. However, 2 cards in 5 minutes. The first in the 40th minute for Howard, and then he picked up a second yellow in the first half stoppage time, putting his side down to just 10 men. Virginia Beach able to use that to their fullest advantage, making things very difficult in Lionsbridge with a number of tired legs out on the field. Visitors using their numbers advantage, just making things very difficult for Lionsbridge when they would try and go up on the attack. Virginia Beach had an answer almost every single time. A couple of chances for Lionsbridge to put another goal in the back of the net, but a couple of strong saves by the goalkeeper, Griffin Potter, prevented Lionsbridge from doing so, and there certainly were a number of chances that Virginia Beach United had to go up by another goal, but Hemshaw stood as strong as he could and kept his side in it as long as he could. However, it was the 89th minute when Murphy was able to register the go-ahead goal for Virginia Beach United, breaking the hearts of the fans here at Town Bank Stadium. So looking ahead, up next for the boys in blue, it's Wednesday, June 25th. Lionsbridge will play Charlottesville Blues before coming back home next Saturday on June 28th against Christos FC. You can head to lionsbridgefc.com/tickets to get your spot here at the bank. Gates open at 5 p.m. with food trucks, bounce houses, festival area, beer garden as well. Fun for the whole family to close out the month of June. For all of us here with the Lionsbridge FC staff, thank you so much for tuning in. I've been Austin Urch. We'll be bringing you another contest in just about a week or so here from Town Bank Stadium. Wishing you all a very good night.